Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Raiderland Roundtable. We're here at Gators Bayou, 98th Slide. You know, you can come out here, have some great Louisiana-style food this weekend, watch the Red Raiders and Iowa State play, and then on Sunday, this is one of my wife's favorite brunch places. Fantastic food. They've got the mimosa specials on Sunday, so drop on by and hang out with us maybe here at Gators Bayou. Let's get it rolling, talk about what's going on. We got Clint Stevenson, our Cowboy Poet Laureate. We got David Collier from Red Raider Nation, and Travis Cram, who does something.
Parts unknown.
Yeah, parts unknown. The weather could be a little dicey this weekend in Ames, Iowa. I know that's shocking in mid to late November. High winds, bitter temperatures. By kickoff, maybe into the 40s, maybe not. It just kind of depends. Started off with you guys down there. Tech doesn't play a whole lot of games in bad cold weather. Does it affect the Red Raiders more than Iowa State?
I think it does to a degree because, literally to a degree.
No pun intended.
But you look at, there are only 2 losses in Ames in cold weather situations. 2002, Missouri's quarterback, Seneca Wallace stepped up out for the counter. And then in 2010, that was a strange game. That was Tuckerville's first season, and it was a freezing game up there. So, I think it does affect it to a degree.
Revisionist history. I was at that game in 2002. I was wearing shorts and a pullover. It wasn't freezing, but Tommy Tuckerville sure thought it was freezing with his parka on. It was a cold game, but not cold enough to affect the Red Raiders. This one seems like it's going to be a little bit more chilly. It's got to affect them some. I mean, they've never played it. They certainly haven't here this year.
Yeah, I always think the wind is a bigger factor maybe than the cold. Now, if it's cold, windy, and wet, we're getting into a different deal. I don't think we're going to get any snow. That's a big open stadium. Now, they've added some seating to the end so that it's not quite as open as it used to be. But, Clint, I go back to your days playing in the Canadian Football League, or at least in Amarillo. I mean, is it more mental or is it actual physical when you're out there on the field? What do you think?
Well, I was never really on the field.
Yeah. So, by the gym.
The chilly weather is definitely a factor, I would say. Since I told Travis that the reason we lost those 2 games in Ames is because of cold weather. And I was willing to share it with him, and then everybody could talk. Absolutely nothing.
It's always colder when you're on the sideline because you're not moving.
It is, and when they don't give you a jersey because they really wish you'd go away, you have no covering. So, it's chilly.
Yeah, I would say that. I think the wind will be a bigger factor. That maybe takes away some of your deeper downhill routes and hurts you a little bit. And this may be shocking to some. Tech's kicking game hasn't been really good at times. Field goals could be an absolute adventure coming up on Saturday.
You say that it'll take away the downfield routes. I think that might be a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Kingsbury, right? The quicker, shorter passes, maybe it helps the Red Raiders.
All right, so Tech and Iowa State, a long-standing rivalry going back at least minutes and days and weeks. And, I look around the country, and this is rivalry time. You see all the great trophies around the Big Ten or the SEC. Everybody's playing for a barrel, or they're playing for a something or another, a keg of nails. And who wouldn't want one of those on their patio? Texas Tech and Iowa State need a traveling trophy. If you were going to create a trophy for the Cyclones and the Red Raiders, what would it be?
It'd be a piece of masonite siding.
The masonite siding game.
Yeah. They got the Cyclones. They got the Red Raiders. The Cyclones destroyed trailer houses made of masonite siding. There are people in Lubbock that live in trailer homes made of masonite siding, and I think it just brings us together. Because I really have nothing else besides that. But you start with me on the trophy one, but you give them.
I thought
You stole mine.
Great, now the masonite siding's off the lid. Okay.
You have something?
I have no clue. I can't put anything together.
There's nothing that I can really think of. I sent you guys a nice note about what's the one game you remember in this series?
Seneca Wallace.
Seneca Wallace. And who do you remember from the Red Raiders getting absolutely destroyed in that?
I say that was that Ricky Sailor.
Yeah,
So
right.
you could give them a sailor hat. It's something that it's kind of like the golden sailor hat because they have that for that one and that's the Metroplex at the Cotton Bowl. Either the golden sailor hat or the guy that just gets.
What about actually playing for Seneca Wallace?
Seneca Wallace didn't win a game after that. If you remember right, they lost every game.
But you don't remember that. You remember the one and they hit Ricky Sailor. The other one, I don't quite understand the Cyclone thing. They have a bird, which I guess the bird's outside. So I was trying to mix them together, kind of Sharknado style, and I was going to go call it the Matador Nator. And it's a trophy with a matador and a little cyclone
slaying a
Well,
bird.
What about riding a tornado?
But what if you win if you're Iowa State? Then
That's kind of a negative. Yeah.
Then
Then we go back to the Masonite sighting.
I think
That's
that's the
pretty
winner.
good.
See,
Yeah.
you win first if we couldn't match it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't follow that.
We know how it feels now.
Thank you. I win with Masonite side. That's awesome.
Travis, you got nothing on this.
Well, you
I
got a
don't know.
sponsorship out of this too. You can
Red
get
Raiders
Home
and
Depot.
Cyclones. I mean, how do you combine the two? And again, that's the one thing I remember is that freaking Seneca Wallace game.
Yeah.
Maybe some glasses, some bronze glasses like you do with the little hoodies for your kids, you know?
Right.
In bronze that should have been worn by the referee who didn't see him step out of bounds.
All the time. It's
He is a story.
That's so Bush League. All right, I've got a couple. Now, their logo is a bird caught up in a tornado. We don't know why, but it's a bird caught up in a tornado. So, I'm a big fan of Monty Python. What about the dead parrot?
Yes, that's a
What if it was the battle for the dead parrot?
I like that.
And
I'm
you
a
could
big
have-
Monty Python.
You could have stuff because Iowa State's not doing this. We are, so they don't get a vote on this. So you could have the battle for the dead parrot. Not dead, but stuff, and you can sell stuffed dead parrots, you know, for children, and you know,
Becomes a
and
memorabilia,
for-
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a dead parrot game.
I
Or,
get
as you mentioned it, tornadoes, cyclones. They are what we have them here. What about the battle for the cellar door? They're strapping it on. They're strapping it on. In Ames, Iowa tonight. It's the battle for the cellar door.
Cellar door.
And there's this old root cellar looking, you know, wooden door that's kind of battered up, you know,
Only one gets in the cellar.
right out of the movie Twister. What do you
I
think?
love
Oh,
it.
sorry, Clint. You lose.
I knew I would. I'm sorry.
Should we put this to a vote
Oh, there's
on Twitter? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
You
so-
guys can vote on Twitter which one to go with, or come up with your own. Easier game to win. This one at Ames against the two-win Iowa State team that is so challenged offensively, it's painful times to watch, unless they were playing Baylor or said Baylor Bears in Arlington in 2 weeks. Which one do you think is harder to get?
Harder to get?
Yeah. Baylor going to be tougher to get?
I'm going Iowa State on the road, cold weather. Because you guys think the cold weather is going to be an issue, I think that Matt Campbell has that team playing well. They can score points. It's just a dumpster fire right now in Waco, and I think it's going to come to a head. Everybody's going to give up at the end. You get your backup quarterback in. Yeah, who knows if Shaka Linwood's going to be playing at that point? I just think it's all falling apart. And if the Red Raiders somehow get a win this weekend, I don't see how they're not winning the next weekend.
Now you're playing for your bowl eligibility life.
I agree. I think it's harder going to Ames because of A, the momentum. They won a game against Kansas. They won a game they're happy about. They're on a positive streak right now. And your backfield's banged up with tech. I mean, kind of one-dimensional right now. You know, not having Stockton, no Stockton's out. Could not have Wood. Could not have Felton. Maybe started Bruce Dyson. So you're kind of limited to what you have. And there's a lot of negativity in this locker room right now. But if you figure out a way to win it, and I agree with David. You know, now you're playing for that bowl eligibility to go to Arlington. It's got a little bit more. There's some anger and angst against Baylor. The fact that you lost this game the last 6 times. So maybe that pans out and you play for a bowl.
I tell you one thing, you better beat the hell out of Iowa State. I don't care where it's played, what the temperature is. This is not a very good football team. If you have any designs of being a bowl team this year for Texas Tech, you should be able to line up and put Don Williams at running back. You'd be able to win this football game. I think Baylor's going to be harder, and here's why. Because it is the end of the dumpster fire. It is pretty much maybe their season. They should go to a bowl. I don't know if the school will accept one or whether the Big 12 wants them in one. This is the last chance for them to fire a parting shot for CAB. Big stage jury roll. I think they actually come out on fire against Texas Tech one last time. I think that's going to be a tough one to get. You better beat Iowa State.
If they don't let them go to a bowl game, then I totally agree with you there, because that will be their bowl game and they'll want to put it there.
Because essentially all they're going to be playing for is not a bowl game, but the fact they're playing for CAB. They're playing for that staff because that staff's probably
And that's it. So I think that one's going to be a tough one. Don't you wish it was in Lubbock? Yeah, can we start that debate again? All right, we had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Drop us a note in the comment section. If you've got any questions or anything, just let us know. We'll try to answer them in an untimely fashion. I want to thank Clint for hanging out. Canadian Football League, not in the Hall of Fame, but should be. Please, he's not on Twitter, but start that campaign for Clint Stevenson on Twitter. David Collier, watch him on the television there, Red Raider Nation, KMAC 28, and Travis Cram, parts unknown. We have no idea what he does. But he owns the cameras, so hey, you get to hang out and talk football. We'll see you next week in Raiderland from Gators Bayou.